Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party pulls up into this who knows what sort of village, and a young woman, with her hair in a ponytail, a spear, and some guard's armor, comes jogging down the dock towards you, waving her hand and her spear, like crossing them back and forth to grab your attention. Ahoy
Ahoy
there!
there!
I hide the drums.
Ahoy, ahoy. Quite the welcome. Is there a need for all these weapons?
You can't dock here. You have to talk in Krob Town across the way. And she points with her spear. Didn't you see the flags?
I'm sorry, we're wounded. We were got in a fight with some goblins on the coast here. We were looking for a place to lay low for the night. Perhaps we could go there in the morning?
What are you doing on the coast? Don't you know it's goblin infested?
We had no idea. They were firing arrows at us, and we were already going at a slow pace near the shore. Decided to jump out and deal with them, and then were ambushed by a larger group.
She looks past you to gauge your crew, and then looks at you and goes, "What happened to the rest of your men?"
The rest of my men?
She
Oh, you know,
motions with the
Captain.
spear.
The oarmen. Well, we had to dump them to get away quickly.
She blinks twice. You left them behind?
They were already dead.
Well, there were a couple of casualties, but our crew was never that large to begin with.
I point to Archie.
He's strong.
I crack my knuckles.
I put a hand. My name's Captain Waterford. Nice to meet you.
I'm Rebecca. Rebecca. And this is by the orders of the White Prince. You have to dock at Krob Town across the strait.
Please, Rebecca, we'll go in the morning. Can we not rest here for the night? My men are wounded. We've lost friends.
I'm sorry, and I empathize with you, but
Who?
but the law is the law.
Who is the White Prince? We're from Arcadia.
Kind of a strange law is this whole set of islands is very strange. Have you not heard of freedom? Back in Arcadia, we can dock wherever we like. No one tells you that you have to dock at a certain place.
As a man who holds the law in very high regard, I understand you want us to dock at that other station. But there's only 4 of us. How do we get our ship over there? We could just stay here the night, right?
I suppose if you can't make your way over there, then the ship can stay here. But I would be expecting a visit from the Inquisitor fairly soon, or at least one of his emissaries. They'll see your ship docked here, and they'll be coming and be prepared to answer some questions.
We'll visit with the authorities tomorrow if they don't come.
Well,
What do people like us do? People from Arcadia. Can you give us the information that we're supposed to know?
dock at the port with the flag.
Okay.
Right,
Do you have
right.
any other funny laws?
Let's not berate. Let's not berate Rebecca. Rebecca, we thank you. Is there somewhere we could lay our heads for the night?
She points to a small stone cottage, maybe 600 feet from the pier. I believe the Monas have spare rooms that they rent occasionally to the few visitors we get here. But this town isn't. There's not very many visitors to this town.
We understand. You can't dock here. Don't get many visitors. Could you perhaps take us to Mona and perhaps put in a word for us, explain the situation?
And she walks with you, and then quickly changes the subject. So, goblins, how many did you see?
At least 15.
15 or 50?
15, at least 15. Perhaps more. Well armed. I've never seen goblins armed like this in my life.
Look more like 50 to me.
Well,
He's very confident in this answer.
we do what we can to keep them at bay.
Where did they
Small
learn
one.
to make weapons like that?
Unfortunately, we are so far out on the rim that the White Prince has not the men to spare to beat them back, and so we have made do by paying them small amounts of tribute. The east side of the island is theirs and is not to be entered. If you had come here and gone through the proper docking procedures, you would have known that, rather than pull your boat up to shore. Speaking of which, yes, another funny rule, she says, looking at Nilrum. You must dock in port or in harbors or at an actual dock itself. It is verboten to pull up on the shore just nilly-willy. That's how we get smugglers. You understand?
Who is the White Prince? Is he your king?
How do you not know who the White Prince is? Our great and gracious leader. He guides us, he binds us together through unity, and he gives us law, he gives us order, he gives us sanctuary, and he gives us stability. I myself have pledged to serve the White Prince in his own ways out here on this little outpost.
Oh, how so do you serve the White Prince, Rebecca? Are you a cleric or some sort of
I
healer
keep
of some
order
kind?
in the town. I direct people as necessary. I make sure they abide by the normal procedures as best as they can. And I keep the peace. She taps her
Hotness check.
spear on the ground a few times. 3 plus 5 is 8. Plus 1 is 9.
Having to give up half of his island to goblins seems like he could be doing a better job of keeping the order, but I'm just a foreigner. I wouldn't like to. I don't know the intricacies of the situation, I suppose. But I do
That's
thank
very
you
true.
for your warm welcome, Rebecca. We appreciate it.
I have.
Did you-
Wait, no, there is one important question, Rebecca. Now, please, I'm going to need the right answer on this one. It's very gracious of you to suggest that there is rooms for us to sleep in, but surely the fishermen on this side of your island here, surely they have a place to drink. Tell me you have a tavern of some sort.
Yes. Yes, we do. The Brophy brothers, and she points down the shore, right next to the dock, have a fantastic restaurant with a bar built into it.
Fantastic. Well, we can pay tribute to the fallen. I look at Archie and give him a solid nod.
Perhaps,
you-
Rebecca, you would join us for some drinks tonight.
I have been known to visit the Brophy brothers from time to time, and I might find myself there tonight, but I cannot make any promises, nor can I grant any favoritism to any handsome men that come my way. You understand? But back
would
to
like-
those goblins. Did you manage to? You didn't kill any, did you?
We did. We killed at least 10. Some managed to
Oh,
escape.
By the great god of Stair. Well, those are the Monas over there. She points to the cottage. I think I have to go confer with my other companions. If blood has been let, they may be coming here. Good day
Wait,
to you,
really?
travelers, and good luck. And she turns without answering any other questions and sprints through the village.
I'm bringing with me the old. So we do have like a shipping book in this ship that has the logs and stuff. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna cut a few pages or whatever. I'm gonna make them missing. I don't know, and I'm gonna start making some fake logs of Arcadia. I've been there. I know real places. I'm going to cook the books and make some fake Arcadian logs for like a few months, and
Now, the
So yeah, if
other
anybody asks to
logs
see our
in this ship are going to be clearly of and pertaining to the Dardannes, right? This was Lady Nightingale's ship, and the stuff up on the front of it is all stamped with her signs and sigils, and all the writing is for her and whatnot. So you can make it look like the ship has been to Arcadia.
can I just
but
so
it'll
like
still-
legitimately can I just rip the front off and I'll just have a bunch of papers and I'll be like, oh well, this is how we keep them. You know, we just
You
got
could,
a bunch of papers. Yeah.
But knowing the place around here, if your papers aren't in order, they'll probably impound your ship and, put you in holdings of some time until they can work out the structure on it. Like if
But
your
we're not
papers
from
aren't in
here.
orders. Sure. Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and pretend that this ship has never been here and you
Yeah.
rip out all of the stuff, you can try. We'll just
Okay.
have to see how it shakes out. But this being a
I'll talk to
pretty
Captain Winters
lawful
about it.
area.
Basically, the way it would look, it's like the papers aren't going to be super disheveled. It would be like a legitimate log thing. We just don't have a binding for it. We keep them together and in order, but we're not rich enough to carry around a book binding, if that makes sense.
That's some sketch logic because you've got a ship. You can have a book binding, right? The ship is 1,000, 100,000 times the cost of a book. Something like
Yeah. Okay.
There's no markings on the ship itself, is there, that refer
are.
to Lady Nightingale?
that.
How
Not
easy
that
would it be
refer
to
to her.
remove
It's got
those?
the name of the ship down the side, and then also each ship is ever so slightly unique, right? It's not a cookie cutter thing. So her ship will have a relatively unique layout and
Yeah,
appearance
yeah.
to
But is
it.
there some sort of serial number on it that they could cross-reference and work out what ship this is?
There's only there's not like a serial number, but there is the name of the ship that's painted on the side.
I thought this came up before, and we like scraped that off or something.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure we scraped it off and like repainted it.
Although I might be misremembering.
But
I
think
don't
we could be
remember
misremembering.
doing
I
that,
think
but
we
we
would have. I
should.
think we should have or would have done this.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be
should have
going
done
around
that.
with Lady Nightingale's ship on her, the name on the side of the ship.
Don't remember that detail at the moment. The structure of the shipping industry here is such that if your paperwork doesn't match your ship, doesn't match their records, that they'll notice that something's amiss. If you are from like a ship from another land that comes in, there are, docking procedures and a ridiculous amount of bureaucracy to try and keep track of everything. It is
Yeah,
designed
our
to be
goal
a
is to
pain
be
in the
from a
ass.
different land.
Anyway, but that's not for right now. Right now, you guys are going either to secure lodgings or go to the tavern, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I go up to the house that she pointed out and knock on the door.
Yeah, there's a couple who's hanging their laundry out back, and they come around the side, past the little rose garden, and give you a wave, walk up to you and see the weapons at your side and say, "Oh, is everything okay?"
Good afternoon. My name is Captain Waterford. We got in some trouble with the goblins to the east, and Rebecca, the guard, told us that perhaps you have some spare rooms.
We
of course
do,
would be
we-
willing to pay.
Yes, we have 2 spare bedrooms that we occasionally rent out to travelers by. It's, 5
Fantastic.
silver per bedroom.
Yes, my crew can share one, and I'll have the other. I hand her 10 silver.
I give you an eye.
Yes, the 2 Monas will lead you into the building and show you around to the 2 little rooms. There's not much to them.
Will put down 5 silver. I'm getting my own room.
No, they've only got 2 rooms.
They only have 2 rooms.
Yeah.
It's their own house with just extra rooms they occasionally rent out to
Fucked.
the very rare people who come by here.
As she shows me the first room, I'll say, thank you. This will do nicely, and I will go in and like close the door.
Okay.
Oh, I give you your 4 charges of iron dust as well, by the way. No room.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm
I'll
deleting
put
that.
that on my person. 16. Nilrum's gonna use his 18 to figure out a way to cook the books. I
You're
understand
gonna
that
need
the
to
name
know
on the...
more about the bureaucracy here to really know how to do that. You're gonna have to find a way to get a look at some of legitimate books and maybe talk to some people who know something about the shipping industry in order to like come up with a really clever plan. You're gonna need some intelligence.
No,
Once
can't we
sorry.
just say we lost the logbook in the fight with the goblins? We're all wounded. Seems legitimate.
A little suspicious. Maybe
name on-
our...
No, well, I'm not there. Sorry.
Maybe the guy who had the logbook was one of the people who fell off the ship and got shot.
But who would
I
carry a
hope that it
logbook
doesn't
on
come to
them?
this.
That's pretty sketch. That's like losing
That is pretty
saying I
sketch, yeah.
lost the deed to my house. It's kind of like, really? You were walking around with it?
Yeah.
That's a
agree.
big red flag.
Yeah, it was a stupid way to do it. Yeah, I agree,
The
but
dog ate my logbook.
We need to get it.
I wait.
Ship.
I wait for Moen to leave, and then I'll leave the room and go into their room, and say, "All right, if the Inquisitor comes, you guys just stay in here. I'll talk to him. If he's got his helmet, he'll be able to see right through the 2 of you. So just make sure you stay scarce."
None.
All right, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and say to Moan, "Oh, one last thing, by the way. Because we're docked on this side of the strait here, the Inquisitor or one of his men may come to speak to us, and please direct him to my room."
I will do so. Well, says, and goes back to their rose garden.
I hand her a silver coin for that.
Oh, she pockets it with a smile.
Yeah, that's right.
Nilrum sleeps.
Once I get settled in my room, I will go to. Well, I guess I'll wait for an hour or 2, and then I'll go knock on and see if anyone wants to go to the tavern.
Well before that time elapses, Rebecca comes back to your little hut and you guys find knocks on your doors as Rebecca and 4 other guardsmen are
Wait, are they
standing.
knocking on both doors or just mine?
Actually, it's probably just yours. I guess the Monas would have directed them to you.
Yeah.
So you get a rapping on your door, and as you answer it, it is Rebecca and 4 other guardsmen standing in the common room that your door would open into. With grave
hello there.
faces.
Hello there, chaps.
Captain
We got a problem? The goblins?
Weatherford? Was it?
Waterford.
Waterford. I have
Yes.
some more questions for you regarding the goblins.
Ah, yes, please.
You have a number slain.
It's like, well, never mind.
8 to 10. I'm sorry, I can't be more specific. I know that I myself killed 5, but I'm not sure how many the rest of the crew took down.
Could you identify their leader? Was their leader amongst the dead?
How would I recognize that leader?
You would have
Bigger,
known if you saw
or-
him. It's much larger, big flabby,
No,
wraps of
no.
skin hanging off his belly. Usually carries a whip and a torch or something like that.
Of course, if I'd seen a goblin like that, I'd have been sure not to let him leave that beach alive.
As most dire knew, we've managed to keep the
listen,
goblins at bay with small monthly tributes for better part of 2 decades now. Peace has been broken, and if they come, then the reason we pay tribute is we don't have the manpower here to fight them off.
Of course. Well. My men are wounded, but we can fight. How many goblins do you say live here? Perhaps
woods?
you could put an end to this tribute. Maybe pay us for a fair bit of work and kill this leader of theirs, scatter them.
I was hoping you would be amenable to such a situation. There is
course,
some
of
amount
course.
of money here which we can put together. I'd pay you. I'll have to talk to the others to figure out exactly what we can put together, but
Oh no, it's
if
fine.
you can
it's fine.
manage to slay their leader and break up their band,
To see civilized lands plagued by goblins, have to make deals with them. It just doesn't sit right with me. This kind of thing wouldn't happen back home. I appreciate you guys are out here on your own.
Where's
It's
home
harder for
to
your
you?
Arcadia, Eridon. Do you know?
Redport? I know Redport, but no other cities.
I've spent some time in Redport. So I've moved around, but it's a nice place. Things are a bit tense at the moment, but you can't beat the views.
The 4 of you can do this?
How many goblins do you think there are? And where do
All
they live? Do they
total?
have a village, or do they live underground?
They live in the woods. We don't know exactly where. The whole forest to the east is theirs. Their headquarters, their lair, their village, whatever it is that they reside in is unknown to us. The whole area has been off limits for the better part of 2 decades.
Okay, I understand. Well,
I don't
We'll
know
need
if 4
time
men
to-
are enough. There's easily, 5 score goblins, all in total.
well, I don't suppose we could take them all at once. Bit of guerrilla warfare. Take them out in small groups. We can handle it. The thing is, though, we're wounded. We'll need some time to recover. Would it be, Moa? Would it be okay if my crew and myself stay here until this task is done?
There's no law against it.
Well, Rebecca, you said something about the. I'd said that we'd go over there to dock, but if we're on official business, I assume we could just stay here for the meantime. I could have our papers sent over to the
I'm sure
authorities, perhaps.
I'm sure the Inquisitor will be sending someone your way shortly.
Ah, well, all the better then. Yes, we can deal this. We can deal with this for you, and we can talk about payments afterwards. There's no need to worry.
Then I guess I will touch base with you in the morning after your men have rested. Thank you, Captain Waterford.
Perhaps I'll see you in the tavern.
And she takes her soldiers and they fall out and head back into town, discussing amongst themselves plans, ideas, notions, pros and cons of this approach, and how they might be able to gather enough money for you all.
I give them all a nod, and I will head back into my room, I think.
Sail, what are you doing? It sounds like Nilram is trying to rest because he was knocked unconscious and needs to get his spells back. The captain is busy being self-important. We'll get to Archie in a moment, but what are you doing, Sail?
I was seeing if I could this spell, this third slot spell I have is not very useful. I'm wondering, is there a way for me to change it, cast Accelerate Healing on myself, and then go to sleep, and maybe get a good night's rest and get an extra tiny little bit of a HP.
You want to cast Accelerated Healing on yourself and what?
I currently have the spell, the Call Lightning, right? Mm-hmm. I was wondering, is it possible to change slots? Because somebody linked me a thing. There's a spell switching where I can spend a certain amount of time to switch a spell, but I don't know if that's possible.
No, that's not a thing. You'll have to discharge your Call Lightning spell. You actually have to cast it in order to free up the spell slot.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Unless as a cleric, it's like a new day, I can just learn new spells, right?
No. You'll still have to have it discharged. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only other way is to be beaten so unconscious that you lose your spell slots. Is not always a fun way of going.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then what I am doing is I'm probably just going to go try and sleep as well because I'm tired and I used up a lot of spells yesterday.
Yeah. The two of you go to rest. Archie, what about you?
I don't think Archie's interested in anything particular. He's just along for the ride, seeing where John takes him. So I think all he's going to do is rest from the strenuous battle that he was in.
All right. After another maybe half an hour or so, I'll go knock on their door. Hey,
Nilram's
guys.
fast asleep.
Oh, hey. Sorry, don't mean to wake up Sleeping Beauty over there. Listen, no offense, Sale, but it might be a bit dangerous for you to be seen outside. But Archie, you fancy a drink?
Captain, you know I'm always down for a drink.
That's the spirit. Sorry, Sale.
Wait. But Captain, Rebecca serves the White Prince, so if you see her at the bar, you have to gain her trust so we can kill her later, okay?
Don't worry, I'm working on it. Listen, I've got a story for you guys when we get back.
Awesome. Thank you, Captain.
Rest well. And I motion Archie out the door.
I'll come with him.
And we can walk along the beach to the bar and say, hey, Archie, have I got some good news for you? Just been speaking to Rebecca and her friends over there. Seems that, can you believe it? They actually have some sort of peace with these goblins, and we have shattered it. But they're willing to pay our fine selves if we can head into the forest and slay their leader and disperse the lot of them. Honest work, honest pay.
So you're telling me I gotta punch some goblins and we get money for it?
You can punch as many goblins as you want. I knew you'd be up for this.
God damn. You know me too well, Captain.
Yeah, let's go celebrate. I do feel bad on Sale, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And as we're leaving, I'll say to Moan, we're heading to the tavern. If one of the Inquisitor's men come looking for us, send them our direction.
Will do. They wave at you from their rose garden.
We saunter to the tavern.
Yeah, you make your way to the Brophy Rose. They've got a fish and chip special. You get one order of fish and chips, get 2 pints of beer for free.
Amazing. That's what we do.
Always good.
Yeah, there are buildings up on a slight bit of a platform. You go up some stairs. There's a nice restaurant up there. The atmosphere is pretty good for a small little hamlet. They've got wind chimes and some looks like stained glass windows made out of sea glass facing outward. The place seems gentle and relaxed. And just as you're getting your fish and chips and your beer, you can see a rowboat making its way across the strait. The flag
do I
of the
see
White Prince.
an Inquisitor?
At the prow, there is a singular person, what must be an Inquisitor, standing at the prow, breastplate
you think
on,
it's the Inquisitor?
Shield or sword tucked in at a sword belt, shield at their side, helmet open, hair flying in the wind.
Shit, this guy thinks he's badass. All right, Archie, they're coming. Just don't say anything stupid, okay?
Captain, I never say anything stupid. I know what you're
I
talking
know. I'm just warning you, just in case for the first time you thought about it.
about. Alright, let's make sure I won't.
Can finish your fish and chips before she lands at the port. Pulls herself up on the dock with two of her soldiers and makes a brisk walk into town with from your position, are greeted by Rebecca, who quickly points to the house where you guys are staying for the night, and then points up to the tavern where you guys are. The Inquisitor gestures to her men. One heads off in each direction, and you can shortly thereafter hear the footsteps of one of the Inquisitor's guards coming up the staircase and talking with what's the hostess called? What's the fancy word for a hostess? Maitre d'? Talking to the maitre d'.
Yeah.
And the maitre
Damn,
d'.
it's that kind of restaurant.
We're using that semi-ironically here because it's sort of a,
Okay.
You can see from your position the hostess pointing you out, and the soldier looks in your direction, sees you looking at them, and walks on over to you, taps the spear on the ground twice in a very formal approach, and says, "The Inquisitor requests your appearance. Post haste."
Can you not wait for me to finish my fish?
Brow furrows. You
Oh,
wouldn't
sorry.
want to keep her ladyship
I was
waiting.
full. Yeah. I was full anyway. Archie, you stay here and finish. I'll talk to them. And I stand up.
Hunt, get the fuck down.
And I look for the guy for a second to see if he's amenable to that idea. And then after a split second, I keep walking.
Yeah. The guard will bring you to an Inquisitor. She is fairly young for this position. She's got to be in her mid-20s at the latest. Long brown hair, arming sword at her side, shiny new steel breastplate strapped to her, clothes in bright colors and immaculate conditions, and she sizes you up as you walk towards her.
I walk up to her and I say, "Wow, you're well armed and beautiful for a mare. Nice to meet you. My name's Captain Watford."
For a mare? Are you calling me a horse, or are you calling me a bureaucrat? Neither. I am the Inquisitor of these parts, and I am in charge of all shipping, all docking.
I do apologize. It's not a term we have back home. I'm sorry, Inquisitor. And your name?
Her ladyship, he says
Right, her
pointedly,
ladyship.
already taking umbrage with your
I give a
words.
bow.
Why have you docked on this side? Surely the locals have told you the port procedures, you with a foreign accent.
They have. I do apologize, but we got into a fight with some goblins along the coast. Two of my men were killed, and the others wounded, and we needed a place to rest.
I've been informed of this. I've also been told that you are planning on heading out to deal with the problem that you have created.
Of course. If we've caused a problem, I am a man who likes to help the people around me, and well, if we've got the skills to do it, I don't see why we shouldn't help. It kills me to see the good men and women of this town having to negotiate with these beasts. Wouldn't be accepted back home, let me tell you. Shouldn't have to live like this.
And should you all fall, who will claim your ship?
Well, I tell you what, if we all fall, you can have it.
The typical price for failing to comply with procedure is impounding of a vessel and imprisonment up to 6 months at a time. We will deal with this matter after you have dealt with the so-called goblins, but until those goblins are dealt with, or until you find yourselves on the end of their spears, I will have to lock your ship to the dock, so it cannot escape.
Yeah, that's fine. I assume we can come and talk to you if we need to leave.
I'm sure one of the locals will
et
row
cetera.
you across.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's fine. You chain her up. Do what you need to do.
Wait, where did we put the drums? This is very important.
I believe
assuming
you had a backpack for Archie that has them, right? We talked about that at the beginning of the session.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. She accepts this, and nervously taps her foot for a moment before saying, "Do you need anything for your what some would call a suicide mission?"
Suicide. No, I think we're well equipped. It's not our first rodeo, if you will.
There are only 4 of you.
There are, but we are proficient.
She looks, throws a glance to the rapier at your side, furrows her brow, and says, "If it weren't for the goblin hunting, I would ask you to disarm yourself as well, but I assume you will need that for your duties. You don't have any
Yes.
spellcasters amongst you, do you? Wizards, clerics?"
No.
Give me a charisma check, because she's sussing out information here.
I mean, do I really need a charisma check for that?
I mean, this is a contest of lies and whatnot. So you say no, and it comes off to her. Actually, she should make a charisma check of her own. R 1d20 plus 4d61. Yeah. She takes a look at you as you say no. And maybe there's like something in your voice, or maybe it's the way that you like scratch your head at the same time, or your eyebrow twitches or something.
This is what you're supposed to be good at, Captain.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, not good at rolling dice.
It's a long moment to consider you, and nods twice before saying, "We will talk if and when you return." And then waits for her other soldier to come back, says goodbye, and heads over to your ship, where she produces some long chains from a little shack on the side of the dock and puts it through some of the ore slots on your ship in 3 different places and chains your boat to the dock itself.
She's definitely seen the name on the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she isn't freaking out.
Nope.
Okay, that's good news.
No.
All right. I like keep down like an angry look and like plaster a smile on my face as she starts chaining up my ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give her a wave as they leave.
Yeah, it takes maybe 15 minutes to chain up, maybe 20. And then they hop in their little rowboat and sail back across the strait to the other side, leaving you and your companions sort of free for a little while. You can't leave. And they're a little suspicious of you and your motives, but you're sort of trying to help them out of a pinch, and they're kind of looking the other way. You can make your way back to Archie. Finished your food by now, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
If Archie's finished his food, I'll call over to the bartender and order like one more set of pints, fish and chips, and see if we can't get me and Archie can like take it over to sale. Or even now that we're okay, maybe I'll say to the waitress actually, can I get another order here and another 2 pints? I'll be back in a minute. And I'm gonna go over and get Sale and say, all right, coast is clear, Sale. You wanna come to the pub?
Yeah. I was unsuccessfully trying to sleep, but I'm too wired from the day and it's too early in the night. So I'll get up and go out to the pub with you.
Yeah.
All right. We probably see the chained up ship on the way. And I'll just shake my head a little bit and say, I'll explain in a minute.
How was the ship chained up? Is it on the other side?
So the place where you put your oars is like a hole in the side of the ship, and so the chains go through the oar locks and then back out and then attach to big eye holes on the side of the pier.
This could conceivably be undone, though, right?
You would have to unlock the chains.
Break the chains somehow.
Break the ship or break the chains, but
Archie would just
like
punch them apart.
Nice thick chains.
Yeah, but there's a lock, right? I can pick the lock.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a rogue.
There are 3 sets of chains, so it would be 3 locks.
Wow.
Yeah,
If I can do it, given enough time.
Yeah, given enough time. Not a problem.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so we sit
still know
down.
about the goblins?
Well, you're still asleep now. I mean, you could come to the pub if you'd woken up, but I'll have the conversation with them now, and I'll just assume that I tell you the next day. All right, guys. Here's the deal. When we killed those goblins, apparently we've sort of interrupted some sort of ongoing peace that these islanders here have with them. Apparently the goblins have the east side of the island, and the humans have the west. So I think we've caused a bit of problem for them here. On top of that, the inquisitor stopped by, and yeah, they weren't happy. They kind of said that it sounds ridiculous, but apparently the punishment for docking on the wrong side of the island is 6 months in prison. Could you believe it? But I
I mean,
kind
they
of
can try and put me in jail.
yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. I kind of warded her off to now. I think she's willing to look the other way, given that we're helping out with this goblin problem. But they chained the ship up for now. I figured that we can stay here. We can kill the goblins. We can get paid, and we'll see how things play out then. But for now,
Come with some bullshit.
I know, Archie. It is
We were
bullshit.
attacked by the goblins, couldn't do anything. 6 months of imprisonment for docking our ship. We're free sailors.
I know. What kind of country is this? I can't
boy.
believe it. This white prince guy. This white prince guy's got a fucking nerve. Let me tell you.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. But
Yeah, this is a bullshit place. I'm sad washed up. I mean, sailed here.
listen, though, we're wounded. I've told them we need to heal up before we can head out into the forest. So let's take our time here. Let's eat and drink at their expense. Let's have a nice old time here. Let's string this out a little bit. You know, we've all had a bit of a tough.
They do make some good
fights.
fish and chips.
Yeah,
get
we can stay here. You know, we can eat, we can rest, and eventually we'll make our way into that forest and deal with these goblins. They reckon there's maybe about 50 or 60 of them. Some of them are going to be women. Some of them are going to be children. There'll be individual scouting parties. I think we'll need to pick them off, you know, in small groups before making our way to the center. But we can come up with a plan later. Let's just enjoy the night.
Here, here. I'll pick up my pint and drink at those words.
Wow. The night will pass more or less uneventfully unless you guys want to do something about it. Eventually, the guardsman Rebecca and two of the other soldiers will make an appearance, sitting on the other side of the room from you. I don't know if you wanted to pursue that endeavor.
No, I don't want to do anything tonight. I think I just go up to the bar and buy them a round of drinks. If you want to tell me how much that costs.
Yeah, eating and drinking, I think you guys will probably spend, it's going to be like 2, 4, 6 silver for your food, and then maybe another 3 silver for drinks. So let's call it 10 silver total,
That includes buying them around.
including, yeah, all the things.
Cool.
And the
Fantastic.
night will pass without trouble. In the morning, the whole party is rested. Sail, did you want to expend your call lightning spell in order to replace that spell slot with something else?
Yeah, I would. The reason I talked about the memorization thing earlier is because someone linked me some 2E Neal rules, and it was here. I'll see if I can link it. It's the
Yeah, in the past we've experimented with a whole bunch of different rules, but usually that's like for this campaign, let's try this crazy thing, and so they usually don't follow from one to the other.
gotcha. Yeah, it was just like a spell switching thing where you like use 1.5 times the spell's memorization time to just
Right.
get rid of it. But if
Yeah,
we're
I
not
think that
using
was
that, then
no. I think that was something we did for shenanigans a few years ago.
so what's probably the easiest way for me to get rid of it is to just like miscast it.
No, is to just regularly cast it. Intentionally flubbing or miscasting a spell and have sometimes unforeseen consequences. You wouldn't want to accidentally like bring it down on you directly. So it would just go somewhere and just fully cast the spell and let it, do its thing.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, could I not just like start the ritual and then like end it, and like just like stop myself like halfway through, or would that not work?
I guess you could. Yeah. You could. It's because it's got a long casting time. I think for most things, you would make more sense just to cast it all the way. But if you start the 1 turn casting time and then you stop partway through, like as the storm clouds are gathering, and then you don't have to let it do the whole hour. That's fine.
The other thing is like, if we want to like be really gamey, I could just like start casting it and then get Archie to just like tap
That's
on
what I
it
was.
to the ground.
That's what I was
Right,
just gonna
right.
say. Yeah. Does that work? I guess not. Like, we'll just say that doesn't work. Because you could just have someone like just slap me as soon as I start casting it.
Yeah. You can. I think we're not in a situation where you are going to be attracting attention. You just walk out into the woods, speak the words, begin the ritual, abort the ritual partway through, and you're good. Fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
We're
So
fine.
I'll get rid of that, and I can just regain all my other spells.
Totally.
All right.
wait,
In the
I mean,
morning.
can't you just cast it in like the Goblin Forest and just fuck them up a little bit?
I'd have to
What's-
see something to hit, and it would also like maybe draw attention
you?
because it's like a big obvious spell.
Yeah, like it's really kind of suspicious, right? Like an
Yeah.
immediate storm forming and lightning.
Yeah.
Hitting the
Calling
same
lightning
spot.
bolts just in one area when it's not raining anywhere would be a bit sus.
Well, you can only do
In-
it when it's raining. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it has to be like stormy above for call lightning cast, right?
And there's always the turning storm above, but it's not like raining storming. It's just like storm clouds that aren't precipitating.
Oh, does it have to actually be like raining? And
No. I think you just need the maybe it's been a while since I've read it.
I gotta reread it. I'm pretty sure when I read it before, I thought you did need it to be raining and shit.
Rain showers, clouds, and hot cloudy conditions. Tornado. This is like clouds and wind about you, minus the rain.
yeah, I thought like the storm that's always ahead above might just always suffice to be able to cast call lightning, because
Yes.
that would be something Astaire would have like put together to make his
Yes.
clerics really powerful on the seas,
Very much
and I can
so.
kind of take advantage of that. Yeah, I'll drop that spell and pick up a different one.
Right. So the party in the morning is ready to what?
Yeah, well, I
are you
need to-
really going
I-
after these goblins,
Wait,
or is that just a
Nilrim wakes up
ruse?
first because he's been sleeping this whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nilrim Wizard locks the captain's door because fuck him.
You
You're
asshole.
gonna memorize and burn a wizard lock just to fuck with the captain.
But this is genuinely stupid. I'm just pointing it out there. They're gonna have to
That's
remove
right.
the door to get me out here,
That's right.
and somebody's gonna be like, "How
They
did
don't have
this
to remove the
happen?"
door. You can just ask me to open it. But yeah, Nilrim does it. He was a cunt about it, okay?
He was.
The captain needs to learn his actions have consequences a little bit, okay? He needs to be nice to his party.
You've got an unruly group of pirates, Captain Winters. And
One unruly pirate.
sometimes they take umbrage with your flaunting of your position.
Motherfucker sleeps in my room every night. We're in the base.
I earned that room.
Did you fuck? I mean, I'm sleeping off a hangover anyway, so I didn't notice till
Well,
late
you-
morning.
Wake up and you go to the door and it's locked, and you open it and jimmy it and it's locked
Yeah.
again. What do you do when you find your door locked in the morning?
I mean, I bang on the door. Hey, what's going on? The door's stuck.
Quickly, one of the Monas pops into the house. Nilrim must be nearby because he's ready for this. What do you do, Nilrim, as one of the two Monas shows up to investigate the locked door and the captain is angrily banging on it?
I'll just step in front and open the door. Like, I'll
Oh.
step in front of the lady and I'll open
Mhm.
the door and let her see.
Oh.
Door seems fine to me.
I thought it was stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And she, quickly turns around to head back outside.
I shut the door on him.
Oh, okay.
And he shuts the door. You're still inside, Winters.
Try and open it.
Locked again.
I bang on it again. What the
Open
fuck
it.
is up with this stupid door? Nilrim, what's going on?
Maybe it's stuck from the inside. Here, swap places with me.
Okay. Let me move
I
on.
go inside. I open it. Seems fine to me.
All right, I guess
I
it's
close
fine
it
now.
and
Come on, we need to talk.
Let's go.
Let's talk. Let's talk inside. After you.
There's two women. They're like opening their house to random people, charging them small amounts of money to stay here, and they're gonna have to replace the entire door. It's gonna cost them so much money and effort.
The disgrace. All right. I mean, I don't. Nilrim, let's talk in here.
All right.
All right. And then I tell him what happened, the plan for the goblins. I'm gonna go kill them. We'll rest here for a while, milk out their hospitality.
Why don't we work with the
Yeah.
goblins? We hate the White
Work?
Prince. We hate the White
Work with-
Prince. Obviously, the goblins can overrun this town. They're scared of them. Why don't we talk to the goblins? Their leader probably speaks common or something. Maybe one of them does, and work with them.
Why aren't they gonna pay us in wooden spears? These guys are offering
They're
gold.
not going to pay us. The payment is going to be this
They'll be our
island
allies.
being they're our allies, which we don't have any of, and this island will be fucked over for the White Prince.
I mean, all we have to do is sail here like once a year with like a few weapons, and they'll like, think of us
Yeah.
as friends.
Okay, well, sorry. First off, I was just talking to Nilrim. Sorry. Potato.
Oh, I thought I was in the room because you brought him into the other room.
Oh no, I
no,
thought we went
back
back into his
back
room.
in, back
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my room. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I misunderstood.
No, you're fine.
Work with the goblins? I mean, to what end though? What could they offer us?
I mean, we hate the White Prince. He's literally trying to actively kill us every single day.
I mean, I get that, but what are these goblins going to do to help?
They're gonna
just gonna live
destabilize
in-
this island, and there'll be some allies that we can have. We can probably trade with them. I know it's kind of weird because we're used to dealing with humans and being from Arcadia and having human allies and goblins being the bad guys, but actually over here, they're probably the good guys.
I feel like the humans on here might be more important allies than a horde of goblins.
The humans on here will never work for us. They have their lives pledged to the White Prince. You heard the lady.
They could
She even
trade
said
with
as
us, though.
much.
If we're trusted here, we could come
you
here,
saw
speak with
those
Rebecca,
goblins
trade.
They didn't have shit. Nilrim.
You're not here either.
Shouts through
Oh.
the wall.
I'm just saying our big goal is to deal with the White Prince. You saw what they did to Sulphur Island. Why would we
Listen,
ever want to deal with these people?
I get it, but we said we'll do it. We kill the goblins, we get our ship back, we leave, we've got some friends here. We work with the goblins, what, slaughter all the innocent people?
We don't have to slaughter the innocent people. We can just slaughter the members of the White Prince. I'm sure the goblins will hear us out. I'm just saying it's obviously a group decision, but this is a path that we could go down. I think that we need to stop making friends with the White Prince and start finding real allies who actually are amenable to our cause.
I'm sure the goblins will hear us out. Brand new sentence, right?
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, Captain.
So Narim, I think, listen, you're smart, you read a lot of books, but I'm not sure this is that smart of a course of action, mate. I
implore you to bring it to the crew. Let's have a frank conversation about it, everybody.
Fine. Yeah, I'll
What's
go and get
the
it. I'll go and get it.
problem?
I'll go and get him now. Wait there.
Well, before you do that, let me just say this.
What?
Let's act. We could do two things. We could hear them out. The goblins could hear us out. At the bare minimum, we'll have their leader in front of us for the conversations. If we don't like what they're saying, or if they don't like what we're saying, at least the leader will be there, and we'll be able to take the leader out.
Yeah,
It's
but we'll end up
probably
in
a
fight with the-
hobgoblin. It's probably
We'll
a
end up in a
hobgoblin.
fight with the whole crew if we do that. Better to pick them off in small groups in their patrols. Anyway, let me get the others. I stand up and go to the door and try and open it.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with this fucking door?
Oh, I grab it for you.
I start banging on it again.
I grab it for you. Are you having problems?
I look over.
I'll like show you how I do it. Like push in a little bit and then I pull it
All
out.
right. Let me try. I close it again, like this, and I try and open it, and it's like not opening.
I'll put my hand on there with you and I'll like do it with you and give you the movement. I'll be like, there, it's fixed.
Jesus fucking Christ! I slam the door open and like walk into the other side and open the other door.
I'll
And
reopen this. I'll reopen this door and be ready for
This
it.
one, I say, oh, this one works fine.
I don't know.
Archie, Sale, come on, we need to talk.
I have this door open.
All right.
Yeah, I get up and follow Captain Winters.
All right, after you. I follow them and then close the door behind me.
Whole party is gathered together now.
I stand near the door.
All right. You all know what's going on here. You know the deal I've made. Nolrim here is suggesting that we work with the goblins to...
I stand up and immediately high five Nero and say, "This is an awesome idea."
to overthrow the town here. Okay? So, I guess the question is, morality aside, do we think helping these goblins is going to offer any real benefit to us? This is my question. I don't see the benefit in it.
I
How
genuinely
are we gonna
do.
talk to him?
I believe that there is probably a goblin or two amongst them who speaks common. I've heard in my books that this isn't very rare. It shouldn't be a huge problem.
I was
Stake your life on
promised.
that?
I was promised to punch some more goblins. These little guys, they make such good punching targets. The way that their noses shatter, it's just so much more satisfying.
Do you really
Anything
want
else.
to punch a small goblin, Archie, or do you want to punch the inquisitor of this town?
Well,
Yeah,
Think about us
Goblin
we
army got
punching
our back.
humans. Goblin army with us. We storm the town. We take it over.
yeah.
Inquisitor
Makes a good
isn't
point,
on this side
Captain.
of the island. The Inquisitor isn't on this side of the island. So
We
if
have
we
ships.
storm the town here. We kill a handful of guards. The civilians that live here will all be slaughtered by the goblins, probably. That lovely fish and
Whoa.
chips. Nilrim, you didn't see it, but it was delicious, wasn't it? Sale, Archie, would you want to see these people dead?
well, I mean,
We
they
don't have to see
die.
these people dead. We're gonna be working with the goblins. We can negotiate a little bit. We could even take that cook back with us. If you
we
love the
offer,
fish and chips so much, let's take him. Let's take him.
I don't think that's gonna work. If we offer the goblins this half, the whole island, they're gonna kill everyone. That's what they're gonna do. I don't know how well you know goblins, but they're not gonna be taking hostages and offering quarter and returning people to the other side of the strait.
And
Everyone
that
is gonna
sounds
die.
fine by me, Captain. We'll take the cook, and we'll leave. We'll tell them that he's a part of us, and then we got to cook at home. I'm frankly tired of little Bobby making me burnt fish and chips every day, so this would be magical.
Bobby is an exceptionally terrible cook. I will say that, Captain.
Yes, that's fine. No, he is terrible. He burnt the bacon. We all remember. We all remember how he burnt the bacon. I think we can make some gold by working for them here. We can kill
You
these
heard
goblins.
them. They don't even have any gold to scrounge up.
They do have some gold. They said they had some gold. They could pay us.
Yeah, and
goblins
we could
themselves?
just take it because we're pirates. I like raising
True.
my rapier.
I think we need to start working for ourselves instead of working towards helping the White Prince or whatever. Obviously, this is up to a group decision.
And hang on, we've done nothing so far to help the White Prince, and I hardly think this is helping the White Prince more than it's just helping these people who live on this island.
Well, these people chose to live on the wrong island, I guess, huh, Captain?
I just wonder. I'm sure, if we keep empowering goblins on the outer rim here, the White Prince's empire will collapse any day now, right?
It's one less island under his control. One more island, we might be able to, make a few friends.
I'm just saying the enemy of my enemy is my friend. These goblins are probably not as stupid as we think they are. They obviously were smart enough to bring us down. I'm sure that even for a few moments I was scared.
Yeah, smart
They're
to bring you down,
coordinated.
Pops. Yes, okay, fine. They're maybe not as stupid as all the other goblins back home, but it doesn't make them smart. And really, okay, let's say this whole island's overrun by goblins. Let's even say we go across the strait in our boats, we slay the Inquisitor, we kill all his guards, and all the people there are slain as well. Now you've got a whole island covered in these goblins of yours. What do? We come back here and do what? It's useless.
We come back here and we'll have an island of friends. We'll have an island that
we
we
could
can
just ask the goblins to enslave the town for us, right?
We'll have an island that we can stay at. We can come back here and have a refuge if we ever need to, because we'll have goblins at our back who are going to help us.
If we help the townsfolk, we may have that anyway.
But if we help the townsfolk, they're going to eventually know who we are.
Be loyal to us, Or are goblins the type where we come back and they don't feel like we serve them anymore, so they just get us? I mean, like, we had a fight with them. It was a couple of them, but it was pretty close. You almost died, Magic Man.
Yeah.
I agree. That's why I don't think we can kill 100 of them. I think it's honestly better to work with them. These people think we're their allies. That's the best position we're ever going to have. We may as well work with the goblins and see what happens. It's up to a vote, though.
I just can't see the goblins being our friend. I get the point of trying to harm the White Prince and deal a blow to him here and there. Hell, if we could kill that Inquisitor bitch, then all for the better, I say. Steal her fucking magic helmet or whatever. That's great. But
maybe
other than that, I don't see what we're really achieving here. And this is just the first step. I mean, you really think we can make a deal with these goblins? You really think they're trustworthy? They won't just stab us in the back and take everything we've got once the job's done?
Maybe we have the wrong idea of goblins. These are living creatures too. I'm sure that they have wants and needs, and I'm sure that we can find an amenable situation for both of us. I don't think that, I'm just saying we try it. The White Prince people obviously hate us. There's no reason not to try this. If we're wrong, then we kill them. But I think we could be right here.
All right. Here's my offer. When we're healed, we head out into the forest and we look for a goblin patrol. We find the patrol. If one of them can speak common, then Neal, you're welcome to try and negotiate with them. And we can see where things go from there. If none of them speak common, there's going to be a fight and we're going to kill them. And at that point, the ship sailed. And we carry through with killing the goblins.
Well, the third option is we just unhook the ship at night and get out of Dodge.
Yes, but we came down here for adventure. We didn't come here to run at the first sign of trouble. We found this is adventure. Killing goblins in a forest. We can slay their leader, steal their treasure.
I like...
Be
now
a
hear me
hero.
out. I kind of like Sale's idea as well. It's like a mixture of the plans. So I agree with you, Captain. Let's go find a brigade of goblins. Let's see if we can negotiate. If we can't, we slay them. I say we go back with their ears. We show like, hey, today we went and slayed goblins. We're gonna go back out tomorrow. The goblins will be even more angered. We steal our ship back. We get out of Dodge, and then this island is now in a goblin war that's going on, and we'll leave it like that.
Then
Yeah,
we
chaos
achieve
zone.
nothing.
We get out of Dodge.
We don't get any gold. We've done nothing. We just wasted our time for no reason. What about we do this? We kill the goblins. We get an audience with the inquisitor, and then we kill her. Steal our gold. Steal our magic hat or whatever.
I vote to try and talk. I vote to try and talk to the goblins.
I think
We can
talking to the goblins is a good start.
We can try, but I'm warning you. Chances are they're not going to speak common, and it's going to end up in a fight. And at that point, it's going to be
If it
too
ends
late.
up in a fight, we'll kill them.
But I'm not walking straight into the middle of their village and fighting all 50 of them at once. We look for a patrol.
Absolutely not.
I agree.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
All right,
Well,
fine.
there you have it then.
All right. Well, we're resting today, right? We still
No.
wounded. I'm still wounded.
I'm ready to go.
I need.
If you need health, we can wait.
I'm missing 18 health, so I would need
Oh, damn.
6 days rest. Maybe I could get that down to 3 with an accelerate healing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 3 days. Fantastic. Well, I'll be in the tavern, and I stand up and walk to the door and try and open it, and just take a deep breath, closing my eyes and open them and look.
Wait, I was near the door, so I'm gonna open the door for you.
Oh, you open it for me.
Yeah.
I'll
Thank you.
go drinking with John.
Yeah. We go.
Yeah,
We go to the tavern.
I'm gonna go rest.
Ah.
I
You
feel
guys
like we should do something during these days.
I'm relaxing.
will be not accosted. You will be approached by some of the younger folks in town who have heard from the rumor mill that is already spreading about your encounter with the goblins. And they come asking you all sorts of questions. You find yourselves minor local celebrities for a short period of time. What would you like to do with this? Which one of you is the first person approached? Everyone roll me a d20. We'll see who gets approached first.
I want high,
Captain.
please.
Ooh. Ilram? Maybe?
Please. Please.
The nat 20, it's coming. You know it is.
Fuck yes.
Ilram. Everyone's walking over to the bar, sort of spread out a little bit when a group of maybe 8 little school-age kids comes hurrying over to you with your flowing robes. And one of them looks at you with big wide eyes and says, "Oh my god, are you a wizard? Are you one of the wizards?"
I'll give him a questioning look. What do you mean?
Look at he like points at your robes, and you're kind of got like a gentle, fanciful appearance.
I'd look at him.
You killed one of the goblins, right? Did you do it with magic? Are you one of the White Prince's what do you call them? Henchmen? He says really excitedly.
No one gets down on his knees, looks at the kids, tells them to come close.
Yeah.
And then he yells at them to scram. Get out of here, you fucking kids. Fuck
Charisma
off.
Check. Charisma check.
Oh, you want a
Bill
charisma check? Sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
hear
I do. Yeah. Sorry.
you. Do I want high? I want to be mean. Do I want high?
Yeah, you want high.
Fuck.
Yeah, most of them scram, but 2 of them hold back a little bit, and one of them says, "I heard Rebecca saying that you're gonna go fight all the goblins. Is that true?
Kill
Is it
him,
true?
Moot.
You guys got guts. Let me tell you the story, and I'll tell him the story of us killing the goblins. I admit us using magic.
Mm.
I show him my dagger that I stole from the bard, the level 9 bard that I killed. And I should have got XP for it, actually, but, it is what it is. I show him that dagger. It's very fine. And I show him the hat and say, one of the lead goblins was wearing this, and this was his dagger, and I took him out.
I didn't know goblins wore hats like that.
They do.
Are you
Pretty cool, huh?
Are you gonna go get them all?
Oh, yeah, we're
That's
going to
what
get
they
them all.
said. Really?
Yeah.
Just the
Where do you live?
kid points to a,
Do you live
a
on this
house
side?
down the way. Yeah. Right over there.
Very nice. Which one of you and your friends are the most likely to get visited by an inquisitor this year, or whenever the big one comes?
The one that you're talking to raises their hand immediately. Rebecca's my aunt, my auntie. My parents are goat farmers, herders. But I'm of age. I'm of age to be approached.
I'll throw out some. So I remember the math questions that were probably told to me because I'm fucking 18 in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw him some like really hard questions. I want to kind of gauge his intellect.
You can give him
If
like
possible.
a little pseudo test.
I'll give him like a small quiz.
This kid's bright. He's above average. You know, he's like a 13 or 14 int.
Yeah.
Pretty good
Not really
for a
exceptional.
random little peasant. Yeah.
It is. But it doesn't impress Nilram. He shoos him off.
Ah, right. The kids are shoot off from you. The rest of you make your way to the tavern. I guess all of you make your way to the tavern where you can rest and relax for a few days. Here as well, you are the subject of interest. You notice many eyes cast in your direction and the whisperings of people around you clearly about you, although none of the adults approaches you quite so directly.
I can't help but like play it up the story and be the hero, right? So I make a point of answering our questions and telling the story multiple times, like embellishing it more and more each time. But I do have something I want to do in the evening quickly.
Yeah, we can skip to that.
I'll do this over the course of the next couple of days, but when I think it's quiet, I want to go up to the ship with my lockpicks and I want to make sure no one's around, but I'm going to unlock the locks and then lock them back again, but I just want to try and get a feel for the locks.
You will find a guard posted at the ship as you
Okay.
You head out the area and you look towards the ship well after sun has gone down.
Yeah.
And there's one guard hanging out with a lantern by the ship, probably incredibly bored, being forced to do this stupid duty of watching the boat. But there is someone there.
Could take me longer to distract him.
Maybe tomorrow night. Hey there, buddy. You alright? I just wanted to check the hold or something. Is that alright?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. I hop on board the ship and crawl under the hold, and then I'll.
Yeah, you notice they
come-
watch over
I-
your shoulder, see what you're doing.
Yeah, I slip a dagger out from my jacket, and I'll come out with that. There it is. Found it. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
See you later.
Easy peasy.
Can I see the ship from the tavern?
Yes.
I'd like to watch when his shift changes and how that goes down.
So the tavern will close before the shift changes.
What about
Everyone
out of my
will-
window?
Excuse me?
What about out of the window in my room?
No, unfortunately not. The window of your room looks into the Mona's backyard, which is overgrown with roses and tall bushes and small trees.
Same for their room as well.
Yeah.
What about the common room?
Yeah, the yard is too lush for any part of the house to see it. Not that
Okay,
you can't
well, never mind.
lurk in town, but from your bedroom, from anywhere in the house, it's not quite visible.
I'd like to get an idea of it. Maybe I listen out for it happening, and if I can hear it, I'll go and try and get to a window that I can see out of.
Yeah, you don't hear any sort of shift change happening until you're late at night and you're beginning to yawn and get tired, and there's only a few hours left until the sun rises the next day. And
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
yeah.
All right, well, I keep doing that same thing. I want to try and get to the boat if I can get the chance, but if not, I'm not going to risk causing too much trouble.
It looks like it is under guard at night, and during the daytime, there's just guards in the dock area in general, and so it's not specifically under watch. But it does look like there's always somebody nearby who can keep an eye on the boat.
If the crew came with me, could they how long does it take to pick locks?
10 minutes.
That's too much time. They could stand in the way to block the view, but it's too much time.
Mm-hmm.
So never mind.
Ooh, what about a fog cloud?
Fog
do
cloud
that,
does
yeah.
obscure vision to within 2 feet, but again, you have the issue of
It's just
it's
risk.
just
Yeah, it's
one
suspicious.
fog cloud that's going to draw a lot of attention. They can't see what's happening in it, but someone might be like, "Oh my God, why is there like a random fog cloud that appeared and then disappears?" And it would draw a different sort of attention to it.
Me and
Wait,
Neil could probably do a couple of casts and like just make it look
I
like
have
it's a bigger
2
cloud.
castings of fog clouds, I guess. Like, but it's the way I would word it is like it's like coming up the bank, because I'm sure that it's like on a river. It's like on the river through the middle. I could cast it a little bit upriver. It lasts 8 minutes each, so I don't know if it'd really work.
If there's any natural fog banks during the day, I might take advantage of that.
Fog usually starts in the morning and then burns off by noon if it is around. I can make some dice rolls to see if we have any foggy mornings.
Yeah, I think early morning when maybe the guard is tired. You know, like when after the night guard leaves, but when the town guards are just like waking up and a bit groggy. If there's like a foggy morning, I might try then.
I've rolled for it, but before my rolls can transpire, there is a happening. It is the next night, or I should say this night, after you've all had your drinks and told some stories. You go to bed when the night is late, just, that 3 or 4 a.m. hour. There is a loud whistle that splits the night air, accompanied by a few other whistles a few moments later, clearly waking you and probably everyone else in the nearby vicinity from their sleep. You guys
Shit,
know
goblins,
well enough
right?
that these whistles mean trouble. Usually they mean if you're like a big city, it's, like there's a criminal nearby and I'm trying to call the other guards to me. In a town like this, it's probably more to do with monsters approaching.
Do I get any healing from that day?
Yeah, healing. Is there?
You would have spent you fought the day of the goblins, then you got a full night's sleep, and then you would be interrupting.
This is like a
your
whole
sleep.
day, right? But it's 4 a.m. though.
Let's see. You're in August. The sun goes down around 9. That leaves us 3 and 4 is 7. Yeah, sure. That's an HP. It's fine.
6 HP?
You've had
Or is
2
Accelerate
nights
Healing
of
only on
rest.
sale?
Yeah. Dale, who did you cast Accelerate Healing on?
I would have had to uncast my spike growth because it was only later on that day that we made that decision. So I haven't actually done that yet. So I only got 3 health.
So we get 3 health each?
Yeah, I think so. We're in a safe place. I have medicine. Neilram has herbalism, so I think that's 3.
Right. So it should be 3 per night, and you've had 2 nights of healing, so it should be 6 healing each. Yes.
I taught myself my last point with a healing salve.
Okay,
when I
hear this, well, before this happened, I would have talked to the captain and been like, "Hey, I'm having trouble sleeping in their room. Archie snores. I'm sure you know. Do you mind if I, take the floor in your room?"
Yeah, sure, but this fucking door. But you're welcome to it.
I'll help you. I'll help you with the door. Once we hear the bells or the whistle, no one will say, "We got to try and talk to him first." I'll try and find the guy who speaks common, and then parlay.
Wait, they're attacking the town. We're gonna have to defend. We can't be seen talking to the goblins here.
We can defend, but I'm gonna also try to talk to him.
You do what you've got to do.
I nod.
I get out and like slam on the other door. Archie, Sail, wake up, let's go. Weapons.
Yep. I jump up and burst out the door as fast as I can.
I'll say, Sail, Archie, we're gonna try and talk to him. Obviously out of the sight of the town.
I'll put my hand on my rapier and I said, and I'd like to see if we can make sure Rebecca dies tonight.
Kind of based.
I get out. Rebecca, what's going on? I shout into the town.
She is not within earshot. You pop out, look around. You can hear the direction of the whistles. They are coming from the east.
I wait for my crew to get out and then make.
We need to start running east because we need to hit the goblins before they get to the town.
Yeah.
So we're gonna run for it, Koibu.
Yeah. you guys run for it. Bring you to a map. You will actually not quite get to this map, but just shy of this spot right here, you will run into Rebecca and two of the other guardsmen who are sort of like retreating back towards town with weapons out, blowing their whistles loudly.
I tell them, we'll handle this. Keep going back. Go defend the town.
Okay. They will happily fall back and leave it to you, and you guys can come out down this area.
I tell the
appears
team, after they leave, if anything goes bad, let's retreat back to the town. If they can't talk to us, we'll retreat back to the town. We'll fight them there with Rebecca and stuff. Is that a plan? I asked Captain Winters and the crew.
You wanna? If they don't talk, you wanna retreat back and fight with them?
Yeah.
How many are there, Neal? I think we should just stay here and fight now that you've sent them back.
You haven't seen any goblins yet, but you've just heard the whistling letting you know that there's supposed to be monsters nearby.
All right, well, I quickly climb onto this roof now. It's the first thing I do. As soon as I see Rebecca and that leave, I start climbing onto this roof and I lie down on the thatch.
Oh, can you help me out? Nilram's gonna ask for a hand to help out.
Oh, you want up as well? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fine. Yeah, I crouch down here and offer you lie down and throw my arm down and try and pull you back up.
Jump up. Do you want me to talk to the goblins, or do you want to handle this, Captain?
Your plan.
Okay.
Sure enough, a pack of 8 goblins comes on in your direction. For some reason, I can't change their token to...
I'll yell out, we want to parlay. We want to speak with you. We have a mutual enemy. Get your leader.
All right, let me make it.
You want like a
D100. I gotta see if any of these suckers speak common. And yes, you are in luck. 2 of these goblins will speak common. So one of them steps forward and shouts out in their goblin tongue, "Parlay? You with us?"
That's right.
You've
We have
killed
problems
my friend.
with.
You killed John. Why should I
We
listen
didn't-
to you?
We didn't want to do that. You attacked us off the coast. We actually came here and we meant you no harm. Please hear us out. Let's have a conversation. I think that this could be mutually beneficial to us all.
Speak, he says.
I will. I look around. Is anybody in earsight? Any humans besides us?
No, you can see lights retreating down to the distance. These houses have like doors left open, and it looks like no one's home. Looks like these buildings have already been evacuated by Rebecca and the other soldiers.
We hate the White Prince. I am a wizard, not of this land, persecuted. People of my kind get killed all the time here, and we're actively trying to destroy his order. We want to work with you and help you take over the town.
How can we trust you? You who say you hate the White Prince.
I'll jump down. No one will like walk over, get a little bit closer to like have a conversation, not drawing arms or anything. Well, the issue is that it's kind of hard for both of us to trust each other, but I'll show my arms, showing that I don't have any markings, and then I will cast. I'll let him know I'm gonna cast a spell. Well, I think you guys already know that I'm a spellcaster. I don't have any markings of the White Prince. We've seen the horrors of what the White Prince can do. There's another island far to the north from here called Stolfer Island, and the White Prince and his undead minions completely wiped it out.
They're monsters, the White Prince.
I know.
Horrible monsters.
I apologize for killing your friends. We were scared as well. I assume that was what happened for you as well. I'm sorry for killing John. Do you have a leader? Are you the leader? We would like to talk more.
Spike is the leader.
You've already used Spike, Koibu.
In this campaign?
You used Spike last episode, or 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So bad with names.
Spike was the bandit leader.
Spike was the bandit leader, yeah.
Maybe club.
I nod.
Dreadness. Dreadness is our leader.
Would Dreadness be interested in having a conversation with us? We want to work together and end the White Prince on this island.
How do we trust
Yeah.
you?
We want this to be a goblin island.
How do we how can I help you to trust us? I've already apologized. I've explained that we're not from here. I've
Set
shown you my
fire
arms.
to that building. He
I
says,
actually-
pointing to this one right here.
Oh, like I'll look around for like a torch, I guess. I'll say, throw me a torch if they have one.
Goblin produces flint and tinder and a torch for you. Yeah,
I set fire to that thatch building.
it goes up. The goblin seems satisfied. You're burning down the village. Nods and goes, okay.
I'll point out
We
my
take
allies.
you to
This
Dreadness.
This is my captain. This is
Hiding.
Oh, he's hiding. Okay, I'll point and he's not there. I'll be like, okay, this is my friend, Sail, and this is Archie.
I'll wave at the goblins, and I'm like flexing to show them how big and strong I am.
We take you to Dreadness. He sees what you have to say, but if you be treachery, Dreadness will get you. Dreadness
There'd be
is
no treachery here. My friend and I asked to. In my culture, we shake hands after a deal's made.
The
do you
goblin
do?
holds out a slimy hand to you. Smell
I
it
shake
from
his
like
hand.
5 feet away. Yeah.
I want to do a
kinda
charisma
goofy.
check because I think this probably does discuss Nilram, but I want to keep it cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna throw up a charisma check to see if I can keep the.
Nice.
No one keeps it cool.
You don't flinch. You don't retch. You shake the goblin's hand, and taking the torch from you, the goblins will set fire to the other buildings nearby, and then retreat back into the woods. You'll notice that there are another 8 goblins behind them that were like further back in the darkness, hidden, sort of waiting to assess the situation. And a lot of you can head out towards the woods.
Hang on a
But
minute.
you,
We need,
Captain
we need
Winter.
to confer.
Yeah, I was
we
about
need
to
to
say.
confer. Once I see the goblins walking off, I stand up on the roof and jump down. And
I'll
say,
ask the goblins to wait a second. We're coming.
Sure. They hold back. They keep an eye on you, but they give you enough distance to speak among your kind.
Nilram, as the captain's talking, Nilram's gonna cut himself with a dagger, leave a shoe, and leave like a little bit of blood.
Leave a shoe?
Yeah, he's
Like
gonna
you're
try and
taking
make it
one of your own
seem-
shoes off?
Yeah, he's gonna try and make it seem like they were captured, killed.
Okay. You leave a shoe behind with some blood smeared on it.
hang on. Before you get through all that, I just want to say, like, I don't know about this plan. What happens if they ambush us out there?
Last
happens
time
if we were in there?
we
We're in there.
trusted someone like this, they tried to kill us too.
Worst case scenario, Captain, I will cast rope trick. We go up in. They're probably not smart enough to stick around. I think that we should hear them out, though.
We'll be in the middle of their village.
I mean, we're faster than goblins. We'll run a bit away, rope trick. Captain, I think this genuinely is going to work out for us.
When was the last time you met a trustworthy goblin?
Nilram lies. Oh, well, I kind of knew one back in Redport. There was actually a small camp of goblins.
There's no goblins.
Captain,
there.
we agreed to this.
Yeah, I didn't agree to go into the middle of their village and talk to them surrounded by them.
I'll yell out to the goblin. Can we meet halfway between your village and here? Will you bring
Dreadness.
Dreadness a little bit out? My captain's a little bit wary. He's
Fine. We take to midpoint.
I
We
know.
leave you there. We bring Dreadness back.
Okay.
Thank you. What is your name?
Blarg.
Okay. My name's Nilram Blarg.
No
Nice to meet you.
Blarg?
No, I nod. Sure.
And off into the woods, out of the town, our party goes.
Wait, does Nilrim finish leaving the blood and stuff?
I would, yeah.
I don't think we should do that. I told them if we died, they could have our ship.
We're probably going to come back this same night. I doubt they're going to like unchain it and move it tonight.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. You're the leader in this field, Captain. I'll let you make this decision.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just go.
Okay. Nilram will get his shoe. We'll go.
You two got your
Alright.
spells, right?
Anon.
Against my better judgments, I go along.
Gonna work, Copium.
I just, out of game, I have been ambushed in this exact same scenario before by gnolls.
Those were different goblins. Those were gnolls. These are goblins, Nick. These are trustworthy.
Gnolls are more trustworthy than goblins, but whatever. We'll do it.
Well, you guys venture deep into the woods, led by the goblins. They have built-in infravision, and they sort of lead you through the dark where you guys find yourselves having a hard time seeing where you're going. Without any
I
light
will
of
light
your
a
own.
torch, or I'll ask for a few torches for us.
Sure, they'll grant you a torch or two. It provides a little bit of light, but you still find yourself deep in the darkened woods without much direction. You know the way you came, but it's sort of hard to get back in a hurry. Eventually, they reach a creek where the one, Blurg, turns to you and says, "You wait here with these," and he gestures to a handful of goblins. "We come back with Dreadness. We talk."
I give him a thumbs up. Can you give them standing orders not to attack us? And my men have the same.
Ah, grunts. No one may fight. Blurg, Dreadness is one to speak. No one interrupt him. He big goblin leader. And they will leave, only to return sometime later. Is there anything you guys wanted to do during that time when Blurg is not around and it's just the 4 goblins that you can see? And then maybe some other ones in the darkness?
Do any of them speak common? You said 2 did. I assume they would have left the other one who speaks common back.
Mm-hmm. Yep, another one here speaks common.
What has the White Prince done to you guys?
Prince gives us money, gives us tribute in order to not attack Little Town. We grow fat and wealthy off the backs of that coward.
Wouldn't it be better just to attack the town and take all the money, take all the food? Grow big.
Yes.
They're obviously scared of you.
That is source of great debate among us.
What does your leader think?
There are other goblins on island. We make war with them. We deal with humans later. We have truce with humans. Get rich. Get fat. But now truce is broken because humans, he says, jabbing a finger your way,
And on.
shed goblin blood. Now we take village. Or at least make them pay double. Double the ransom.
Maybe you kill humans, take their weapons. I point to the rapier at Captain Winter's side. Use fine human weapons to kill other goblins.
Head bobs up and down. Yep. That's a good plan. Where you think we get weapons from? He motions to the town. Every month. 2 swords.
None.
20 gold. Every month.
2 swords and 20 gold.
That's
You guys
it?
get so much more.
Those people over there are super wealthy. That's nothing to them. They're screwing you over.
Little
Yeah.
town. Very little. Animals. Little bit. Vegetables. Fruits. Nothing much. Other side of river or of a
That's
channel.
what I meant, yeah, the other side.
They have.
We got a
money.
big ship. We could take you guys over there on the other side.
Big human boss there is too strong. Armor too thick. Sword too fast. Can't fight. These ones here? Oh, these ones we fight. These ones on this
I'll
side?
point-
As long as Big Boss doesn't come over from other side of river, these ones easy pickings.
Who is Big Boss?
Shrug.
The
Oh.
Inquisitor. I'll
Human
talk
with
to
long hair.
Captain Winters. We
Yeah,
need to,
can we have
yeah,
a talk in private here?
We'll have a private talk.
All
We need
right,
to figure out what can.
They're not gonna go over there and kill the Inquisitor. So either way, we're just gonna make an enemy of this island, right?
Well, I had a crazy idea where we unite all the goblin clans under one and, make this goblin kingdom. They got a wizard and a cleric. That's something most goblins don't have.
I agree.
And depending on how many this Dreadness comes with, why don't we just kill him now? Put an end to this.
Because the White Prince's people over there are going to discover who we are. We know it's a bureaucracy. The name is still on the side of the ship. They're probably sending messages back. We're going to be discovered by them soon, within a week or two.
You don't know that.
I don't know that, but I can assume that. I don't think we can ever work with the White Prince. I just don't think it's going to happen.
We're not working with them. We're working with we'll work with the townspeople here. We'll get paid and we'll leave. And we'll have done a good deed and we can come back here and we'll still have some sympathy. If we go through with this, we're going to be just as hated down here in this part of the Dardanelles as we are back in Flotsam.
If you tried to have a conversation with someone of the White Prince and they knew that we weren't from here and they knew that we had spellcasters, they would fight us and kill us immediately. We've seen this time and time again. These goblins are at least willing to hear us out. So far, the people who seem the most evil in this area is Rebecca and the others. These goblins seem like the good guys.
How is Rebecca evil?
She served
pledged
the
to the
White
White
Prince.
Prince.
She pledged herself to the White Prince.
Does that make her worse than a goblin?
I know.
Rebecca didn't attack us on sight.
Rebecca
Goblins
would have.
did. She didn't. The goblins did.
The goblins
Like
are hearing us out now. Even knowing who we are.
I looked to Archie.
John, I put my hand on his shoulder. You have my full trust to take this decision into your own hands.
Regardless, we agreed that we would talk to them and hear them out. Let's have a conversation with Dreadness.
See how many comes with.
Sure. I really don't want to have to fight the only allies that it seems like we've been able to make.
I
will
will say
say-
this though.
Say the same
Go
to
ahead.
you.
I will say, the idea of uniting all these goblins under one, and being the ones that did that. I'm not saying it'd be good or helpful, but it'd be really cool.
I agree. I do think we have to keep in mind though, if we have this conversation and it doesn't go well, there is no like living here quietly. So the conversation with the goblin has to go positively.
I know.
John can do this.
Does John want to do it? He said no one can do it. But if John wants to, no one will let him speak.
Fine, I'll speak to him. What do you, what's our goal here? What are we trying to
Our goal is to ally with the goblins. Yeah.
Appeal
You don't
to
believe in
the-
the idea. You shouldn't do it.
You do it, Norum, yeah.
Yeah, you don't believe in the idea. That's the big issue.
Yeah, I think we should appeal to his greed and his lust for power that I assume he has as a goblin leader. Might be a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
How much gold do you guys have on you?
100. So
I have 100 gold on me.
You got 100 gold on you.
I have 100 gold on me.
The fuck have you got 100 gold? I've got 20 gold on me.
I don't remember, but I do.
I have
And I trust my character
145 silver on me.
Yeah, I got 900 silver. 20 gold.
I'll ask the goblin before I guess the guy gets here.
Mhm.
What do you what is your clan called and what is your clan called?
We are the Sun Spears.
Why do you hate the other goblin tribes?
No hate. Simple rivals. We will dominate. We will come out on top. And then
So it's like
they
a
will
friendly
be part
thing.
of us. We will assimilate. Bring them into ours.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. I trust in the Sun Spears. We, I point to them, are the Crimson Fists. I give a nod to Archie.
Names sound very derivative.
You've probably heard of us.
Name sounds very what?
Derivative.
I'm surprised you know that word.
Just because eye small does not mean brain not big.
I nod. I'll point to Captain Winters jokingly. banteringly. Just because he's big doesn't mean Brain's big either.
I chuckle at that.
If
Archie
Dreadness
doesn't
hear
get
you
it.
make joke like that, he'll make joke like
And
that
on.
near Dreadness.
What is how can I get on his good side? Do you have any tips?
Drugs. You know
I'm
whether he
gonna-
like you or not.
Okay, I got an idea. I have a small pouch of gold or whatever. I'm gonna remove 80. I'm gonna keep 20 in there. Or I'm gonna put 25 in there. So I'm taking that off my character sheet. I think it's nice if you're meeting a leader, you need to pay some fucking tribute. And he's having a conversation with us. He came out here. This will get us on the right foot. I'm gonna offer him to smoke my oversized pipe, and I'm gonna give him 26 gold.
26. What the fuck?
Sorry, Nick. Or 25 gold, 25.
Why are we paying tribute to the goblins?
Because, Nick, they're gonna be our allies.
I can't wait to see the benefits of this arrangement.
See, wait.
Okay, well, some time passes, and sure enough, Dreadness does show up. Finish making this little...
Oh, before he shows up, I asked the goblin, how do you do your like greetings? Do you bow to Dreadness? What is the custom
Take a knee.
of like take a knee? What about equals?
There is no equal to Dreadness. Dreadness is king.
And a nod. I asked Captain Winters, are you amenable to that?
To what? Taking a knee? Sure.
Taking a knee. All right.
King
When
Goblin.
Dreadness
yeah.
arrives, we'll take a knee.
Okay. And sure enough, Dreadness will arrive. He shows up with a couple extra goblins who are armed in chainmail with shield. So that will put like 4 goblins nearby you, and then Dreadness with another 6 goblins arrives. But give me perception checks, everyone.
Yeah.
Got one.
You can hear that there are others in the woods around you. There are more goblins than meets the eyes. They're using their infravision and your torchlight to their advantage to like hide their true numbers deeper in the woods.
We take a knee.
Dreadness
Roll my eyes
appears.
before doing it.
A large,
And take a knee.
heavy-set goblin.
Oh, it's a goblin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's bigger than the other goblins, but he's not like super big, right? He's not like a hobgoblin or a half goblin or anything like that.
He's a big goblin. Got him.
He's just a really big goblin. And with him are 4 more well-armored goblins who stand before him to prevent anyone from like getting too close to King himself. And Dreadness
I take a
speaks
knee.
the slow... Go ahead, sorry.
Before he gets here, I tell the other goblin, like, when we take a knee, I'm gonna hand you this bag, and I want you to go give this to Dreadness. Is that okay? That is our tribute. I hand him the bag as Dreadness starts to appear.
Yeah. The goblin, this one over here that you were talking with, will hurriedly take a knee and then scamper over to Dreadness, whisper to him, and hand him the bag. Dreadness will open it, jingle it around, taste one of them, like chew on a little bit, put it back in the bag, and hand it to the side goblin. And then say to you, "My men tell me you have come because you are opposed to the White Prince. I would like to see a change in the air. Tell
Your men are
me,
correct.
why would you turn your back on your own kind and support us in this battle?"
Because all my own kind have tried to do since I've come to this land is persecute me and take my life. The only people who've actually had the common decency to have a conversation was you, the Sun Warriors.
Sun Spears.
The Sun Spears, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I am Nilrim. I am from Arcadia. Have you heard of it?
Land beyond the sea, they say. Some of our prisoners have spoken of distant lands, Arcadia, Solemn, the Farron Empire. These places mean nothing to me. This is my home here.
We are against the White Prince. In our travels around the Dardanelles, we've seen what he can do. There's an island called Sulphur Island, far to the north. He has unleashed undead horde upon the island and laid complete waste to it. He killed every man, woman, and child, even after a Parlay treaty, where the man of that island gave all of his wealth over to the White Prince. The White Prince still betrayed him. He's not someone who can be trusted. He is no human of mine. He's no ally.
And this is some elaborate trap in order to convince the White Prince to deploy more soldiers and come after us, then, is it?
Not an elaborate trap. Just, I know that I don't want to work with the people in that village, and I know that you guys are against the White Prince. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think we can work together. I came to you to see if you had any ideas, actually.
What I want is to see this island entirely in the hands of my kin. No more humans to set foot upon it. We have
I nod.
sufficient goblin forces to overrun the village. Should the major threats be dealt with, should the reinforcements from across the way be stopped before they can arrive, should the guards not be on lookout, the people not be able to rally inside their keeps. There's something you can do for us? Prevent the arrival of the warriors across the sea? Prevent the scouts from alerting to our presence before we're already upon them?
I'll pipe up and say, I have an idea. Perhaps we could come back and report of success of dispatching the goblin horde that they call you in town, and upon returning there would be a party like no other. Men would be drunk in their homes, completely defenseless. Goblins would roll in like a tide, capturing them all in one fell swoop.
However, we would need proof. Now, usually what humans do, as barbaric as it is they gather goblin ears and turn them in as proof of the goblins being slain. Do you have any idea as to how we could offer proof that we have, I do parentheses, dispatched of you, as to not draw a suspicion?
Thinks for a moment. And then barks in Goblin to one of his minions who sort of appears out of the darkness, hiding behind him. This other goblin will scamper forward and after a very quick exchange begins unbuckling Dreadness's armor from around him until the banded mail just falls to the ground around him. And the other goblin drags the armor over to you. Dreadness says while all this is going on, "This is my armor, made for me by my captured human slaves. It is mine and mine alone. The humans in town know it. Fear it."
And none. Very well. I assume after this whole ordeal, when you rightfully take back your homeland and your island, that we will remain friends?
Yes. You who help us, we will help you in return. We will loot the town and split it with you. 70 to us, 30 to you. How say ye?
I nod. I nod. We're talking about this island, correct? Not the other side.
Just
we
the
can
southern island. Correct.
That makes sense.
When
Okay.
will this feast be so we can enter the town?
We will come back to this. We will send one to come back to here to let you know the exact time and date. How many days from now? I don't know that information from right now. I assume in the next coming few days after we bring the armor back.
Rumbles, unsatisfied with this response. Sounds like a trap to me.
How would you like us to communicate? Would you like to send one of your goblins to us? I don't have the answer of when the feast will be. I would assume in the next few days.
Maybe one of your henchmen has an idea.
I'll look to Winters.
If it's trust. Oh, Winters, sorry.
Or
Yeah, I shrug.
Sale?
Perhaps it would be more believable if they thought one of us had died. I could stay with the goblins.
Does that seem amenable to you?
Well, that's one there. The brave one stays with us. The rest of you go back. Tell them that you've killed us. Take my armor as proof. And
Why
then
not?
there will be a feast of some kind. And how will we know when it is time to feast? How will the one who stays with us tell us? How will
We
they
will
know?
send one of us back to come give you the answer and bring him, and then you and him can all come back and we will slaughter the whole town with you.
Perhaps we could make a signal fire, light it when the time's right.
Goblins are keen-eyed. You could also just watch the village. You'll know when the party is happening by the people in the streets cheering.
Splendid.
I lean over to Nilrim and whisper in his ear. What about the Inquisitor and the reinforcements?
Currently, I speak up. We cannot deal with the Inquisitor and his reinforcements without help. If they come over, it would be an all-out war. I think all of us together, your mighty warriors, I point to the trees, and us can surely handle the Inquisitor. My magics will aid us.
The goblin grunts. Their guards step forward, and Dreadness comes, shoving his way between two of them, and reaches out a sweaty, sticky, stinky hand.
I give him a firm handshake.
Give me another charisma check. How well can you hold it in place? This one you can have advantage on because you've already dealt
Thank
with
you.
one goblin handshake.
We're good.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. He shakes your hand and comes over and puts a big, fat, wet hand on Sale's shoulder with a splat. We will hold this one to make sure there's no treachery. And when all
None.
goes according to plan, we shall be rich together. I like the way you work. What is your name?
You can call me Sale. And I'll
Damn.
grab his shoulder and say, my hope was that tonight there will be plenty of treachery. And then I'll laugh maniacally.
You'd make a fine goblin. Let me tell you the ways of our people. As he, turns with you and begins to walk with you back into the woods away from the rest of the party.
I'll speak to that one goblin who spoke common, Blarg. Blarg, can you lead us back? Our eyes aren't as keen as yours.
Gosh. And I think this is where we will end our session for the day. The three of you returning to town with Blarg leading you. Sale left with the Goblin King. And an ambush. Be prepared.
All right. It's worked out all right.
Nope.
If we get to loot the whole town and kill the Inquisitor, then that's pretty good.
I think we could kill the Inquisitor too with all of the goblins and stuff. I think this is actually pretty good.
We'll have to fight them.
Yeah,
Especially
I think
if
so.
I can find somewhere to stand and have a call lightning prepped for when they try to cross.
Yeah,
If you can
no, that'd
do
be
that when
actually
they
super
start
good.
sailing across and you can just sink that boat, that's
Yeah, that's actually sick.
How long did it take? I was watching the rowboat, Neal. How long did it take them to row over from one side of the strait to the other?
20 minutes?
Okay, so that's enough
That's
time
enough,
for you
yeah.
to get to the shore and cast the spell, yeah.
You get two castings off.
I'd have to wait till they're like 5 minutes into the water to start, because otherwise they'd see it and be like, "Oh God, we know what's happening."
Yeah. And you have to make sure you don't get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I can chaos ward myself, so I'll be fine.
We'll find
All
out
right.
if the plan succeeds, if it fails, or if the goblins have some other treachery up their sleeve next week on Tides of Death. Clearly no experience because we're in the middle of some shenanigans right now, but we'll get it next time. Anyone have anything to say before we head out for the night?
We're gonna be
Nope.
making a. Oh, sorry.
What Twitch Prime? Sorry.
We're gonna be making a Tides of Death Patreon, so if you want to help us out in paying for it, I'll have the links. I don't know soon.
Sweet.
We'll have those links on the subreddit for you guys as well. And stay tuned to all the Twitters for more updates and information. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, go to the subreddit. Ask us questions. I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. See you next week.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye bye.